Good day and welcome. In this presentation, we want to see how one can create a simple function in VB. Say, for instance, you've been given a formula and you want to transform that formula into a function of VB function. So, assuming you have got a given formula, in this case, take subtotal, and you want to add two values together. In this case, take main item price plus take extra price. It's always advisable that you transform this equation into an IPO chart. So in this case, you see if I'm in the IPO chart, my two inputs will come from the right hand side of my equation, of my expression, which means I'm gonna have to take main menu and take extra price and the formula in between to add the two items, and output would be take subtotal, and work closely here with syntax for creating a function. As usual, you need to start by specifying accessibility, which means either public or private. Then you've got the reserved word function. Then you provide a function name. You provide a parameter list. You use the reserved word as, and you must specify the data type. In function body, make sure you at least have one return statement, and you mark off the end of a function with application. We're going to calculate the meal cost in extra cost, then combine the two payment amount due that someone must pay. So we have got three options. Our meal, fish and chips for 25 rand, hot dog for 18 rand, bunny chow for 22 rand, and under the extra we got three options. We want an juice for 30 rand, water for 18 rand, ice cream for 120 rand. So currently what we have, the partially developed program. I think in here we've got two important functions already developed. One get meal, other one get extra price. These are the functions that will assist us to determine what you have selected for meal and what you have selected for extra price. So these two calculates and determine the price for the meal, and this one will determine the price for the extras. We also have a sub procedure, add new items that we are using to add items to our combo box. We've got the item that we are adding chips, hot dogs, and the bunny chow. And after adding the items, we are also setting the index to 0 so that we can display the first item. In this case, it will show select meal. Okay, so to go ahead with the function, we are going to include it just on line number 2. Many people want to put their functions on top of other procedures, and others prefer to put it at the bottom. Their producer procedures, in this case, just put it on top. So on line number 2, we start by specifying accessibility. So accessibility, we're going to choose here public. So by public, and we need to specify the reserved word function. Then we specify the name of our function. Let's call it get subtotal. We need parameters. So what you normally need to do is, if you go back to your IPO chart, you find your parameters under the input column. In this case, we have got 2, which will be take main item price, and the other one will be take extra price. So you make these in many instances for the parameters, and I will make it take main new is the option that you have. So let us remove this simple statement we've put in here. Right, is you go back to your IPO chart and you look at your output variables. In this case, take subtotal. So you start by declaring it. So dim subtotal. Specify the data type. I may want to initialize it. Then after this, you then go back again to your IPO chart, look at your formula. So you come here, you enter your formula and take subtotal and indicate that you're adding the two variables. And yes, again, your menu, and you return the subtotal. So this will also work the same way as the example that I gave you. You can see this is a bit longer, right? So VB just allows you, if we let's just comment this, just compare the two together. So that allows you to shorten the O item. By extending specifying the return statement. In the return statement, you just provide the formula. So you will say take plus take this. So it's a bit shorter and saves you time. Just note that when you do this, you have dropped the values on the left hand side of your arithmetic expressions, and they've just used expression that is on the right hand side of the arithmetic expression. So finally, to piece this whole program together, we need to come and code your PTN, calculate event handler. And that's important to also note that once you have got the functions are not going to be of any use until you have called them. So if you go ahead in this application and start by declaring the variables that we need. So declaring first, making them local variables here. So we are going to declare in our input values. We need to know the new price is decimal, initializing it to 0. Also we need to specify the extra price is decimal, so initializing it to 0. And also we need to have our subtotal as a decimal initialized to 0. So here we're going to call the function get new price. So simply by indicating the new price, and here we are going to use the function name, which is get new price. And note that for this one there are no parameters. So if you come here, this is take new price and there are no parameters. What is very important is when you call a function in VB, you just need to specify the function name in an expression and to drop the function name and this parameter is at the point where your answer to go. So we're going to do it again. We call the function. This time get extras new price in indicate the extra new price. and you indicate where you're gonna calculate it. So you're gonna calculate it inside our get new extra price function like this. So at this point in time, when we want to obtain this value, we jump into extra prices to go and calculate the extra price. Then we will call again here our get subtotal function. It's a bit different because this one requires parameters. So when we say get subtotal, we need to specify the two parameters required. VB comes in handy because once you do this, it's going to indicate to you what is expecting as parameters. And you can see here it says it needs take menu, expecting take extra price. So we can just specify the take menu, and also specify here take extra price. Okay, it's also important that when you list your parameters, they are also comma separated. Okay, and the last part would be for us to do output. So in this case, we're going to display our output inside the list box. For the sake of the length of the video, let's just indicate the output only. So in our list box, when we start, we want to start by creating name so that we don't have old information being displayed. So we start by clearing our display area. Then the next thing is to simply say items, then we add, and in this particular case we just want to say please pay, and we indicate, and here in this thing we use and it will be tab space another end, and I can say the subtotal format these two currency with the small places, indicate there see. So let us take our application. So if we debug application, right? We debug our application. A moment, it's a bunch up. So to test, let's say I want fish and juice, and I say calculate. Then I'm going to have my statement saying please pay, and the post will be 55. Happy programming. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.